Warning, the following may contain some coarse language and other material that may not be suitable for younger audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Also on some stuff we may spoil stuff, so give you a little heads up. Now, cue music! Now that's what I would say if we actually had some music.
Hey, I'm working on it.
Alright guys, let's tell them who we are. This is the Best Friends Talk Shitcast, where it's a group of friends who happen to be best friends just sit around talking about random shit. This is RJ, aka DK the Dub King of Dub Appreciations, and I review anime and other anime related subjects. Now over here we got
Cody.
And what is it you do, Cody?
I don't do a lot.
Yeah, but isn't there a YouTube channel that you do?
Yes, I do. It's Libra Talk, matter of fact. I'm big into Zodiacs.
And what do you do on Libra Talk?
I talk about all sorts of Libra stuff, to dating, to relationship stuff, just stuff like that.
And over here we got
Matt, I'm the sound guy. Basically going to be coming up with the theme song for this podcast. Also be coming up with the theme song for the Dub King. That's about it for me right now. I'll have a channel up here soon.
Alright guys, now what is it that we do on this? Anybody know?
We just talk shit.
Yeah, that's it. We just talk about shit.
Yeah.
It's that stuff that you find in toilets. The end. Goodbye everybody. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding everybody. We're not actually talking about shit, but just random stuff that piques our interest, like animes for me. Then we also get some movie information out there, some about television shows, some video games, and pretty much anything else we feel like talking about. Alright, now the first subject to talk about is the video game, The Wonderful 101, that I just happened to show Matt and Cody here, the 7-minute director's cut trailer. And guys, what did you think about it?
It was different. It looks like a very unique video game.
I would agree, but to be honest, Wonder Green, if you think back to Charlie and Chocolate Factory, don't he just put you in mind of like Augustus? Just the way he is.
Pretty much just a fat ass kid that loves to eat candy.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing I like about it is that I've actually looked this up, and all the characters have like some personality traits that resemble other sources of media. For example, the leader of the Wonderful 1-0. It's 1-0, not 101. It's just because that's the name of the team. Don't question it, play the video game, or watch the trailer. But anyway, his character appearance is actually based off of Robin from Teen Titans, guys.
Really?
You couldn't tell because of the blonde hair.
Yeah, well, just imagine they had black hair and his clothes were red and green, not just all red and black.
Yeah, he kind of did, act like him. You can tell, so that's awesome.
And another cool thing is that Wonder Blue is actually based off of character resemblance-wise of Dante from Devil May Cry. Not DMC Devil May Cry, but the original Devil May Cry, back when he had white hair and it was cooler.
I don't know. And the new DMC, he's like fucking badass.
Yeah, but you can't beat the classics, dude.
I know, but the remake was pretty good. I liked it.
Alright, and have you played any of the Devil May Cry games, Cody?
Sadly, I haven't.
Oh, well, you just suck.
Yes, I know.
And here's the one I like most of all, is Wonder Pink. She ain't based off of nobody, but her whip is actually based off of something. Who here has played the Castlevania games? Matt has, and
I haven't.
Cody, you need to play more video games.
Yes, I do.
Anyway, the cool thing about her whip is that it's actually related to that, because the main character of the first game, what was his name, Matt? It was Desmond Belmont?
I think so.
The cool thing is, though, is that her whip is made out of a compound known as Belmont alloy. Now, I find that pretty cool because they're just taking in all of these different sources of media into this game. Because also, if you take a real good look at it, imagine Power Rangers with Viewtaful Joe mixed with a little bit of Pikmin.
And to be honest, it flows perfectly with the whole entire game. To be honest, the gameplay looked like it looks like it's gonna be smooth action. And to be honest, I actually want to get a Wii U just to play the game.
That's what I'm doing.
Only if I had the money and
And Cody, I'm pretty sure he'd like to do it, but he needs to have a job first.
Yes, I do.
And the thing is, though, is that this game is actually, if I remember correctly, coming out next week, guys.
Woo.
And I'm actually considering getting it, but sadly, I don't have a Wii U, which sucks.
Yes, it does. You need one.
Well, but here's the thing, though. I'm actually planning on getting one in layaway next month whenever the price drop goes down, and getting the combo pack that comes with the Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD collection, which also which comes with an HD copy or a digital code of the entirety of the game, plus the Hyrule and Historia book, which tells you the whole entire story of Hyrule, which, since I'm pretty sure Cody hasn't played Legend of Zelda games, is the world that they all live in. Alright, now, to get away from that topic, there have been a lot of interesting stuff going on related to pretty much all video games and movies and animes and all that stuff. Now, I've done the most talking, so I'm going to move on to somebody else. Cody, didn't you see a movie here recently?
Yes, I did. I went to see that Selena Gomez movie. What is it called again?
I is blocking my memory. I have
Mine
no
too.
idea.
Oh man,
Getaway.
The Getaway.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
it.
yes.
Why don't you explain to us what that's all about?
Well, okay. I'm not going to spoil the ending of it. I mean, the ending part is a twist in itself, but the other parts just sucked. Now, the actors did pretty well at their jobs of acting, but the movie absolutely sucked because we all seen this before in different spy films and different stuff. I mean, this plot was so whoever decided to make the plot sucked at it.
Yeah, yeah, because apparently a lot of reviewers were saying it's like Tekken with Drive. Now, for me, I love the first Tekken movie. I can't say anything about the second movie because I haven't seen it yet.
And Selena does cuss in it, but it was cheesy. It was so really cheesy because they would make her cuss like conceptually, conceptually. What I mean, one after another after another after another. It was just like one sentence of her just cussing like a sailor. So, I mean, it was very cheesy on that part. They didn't space it out and let her cuss and go on, because if we all know Selena Gomez is trying to keep a clean image and all that stuff. So
You mean like Taylor Swift, who you also have a crush on?
yes.
I say every time you seen Selena Gomez in that movie, you was on the edge of your seat trying to grab her out the screen, wouldn't you?
Yes, I was.
Which ain't creepy because she's of a legal age now.
Yes.
There was a part in the movie that I kept screaming, "Don't hurt my Selena! Don't hurt her!" But I didn't really want to physically say that out loud.
Dude, I say that all the time. It's like, don't you hurt my bitch? That's my bitch.
Yes. So I would rank it like out of 5 stars, like a 1.
Wow, that's pretty sad.
That's odd because it has Selena Gomez in it. Usually, if it has any of his favorite people in it, usually it's a 4.
Yes. So it was not that great.
Now, like I was saying before, people were saying it's like a combination of Tekken with Drive. Like I said, I've seen Tekken, but not Tekken 2. But I have seen Drive. I fucking hate Drive. It was so goddamn stupid. I kid you not.
The action scenes, you can sit there and tell they was on delay.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. Is that the action scenes in it. See, that's the thing about this movie. It's supposed to be a suspenseful, action, thriller-like kind of movie. Now, am I right or am I wrong?
Right.
You're right.
Now, here's the thing, though. is it really considered an action movie? We have to wait like a damn hour before anything actually starts happening.
No,
Because that first hour was nothing but like this guy talking to this one chick. Oh, he starts liking her, and he wants to protect her and all that stuff. That goes on for an hour. And I'm sitting there in my seat thinking like, hurry up! Because I'm seeing this, it's like, it's got Ryan Gosling in it. This is alright. I mean, he's a pretty good actor and everything.
To be honest, man, I actually fell asleep within that first hour.
Good God. I've just watched it because I'm saying like, oh, something's cool's going to happen now. Something cool's getting ready to happen. But sadly, I was disappointed. And another thing I was disappointed in is like, it has another one of my favorite actors, Ron Perlman, fucking Hellboy. And that movie's all about the action. Anything with Ron Perlman in it is filled with action. But sadly, there's hardly any action. If I had to take a guess, I'd say there's like 20 minutes of action within like a 100-minute movie. Now that is sad.
It's actually less than that. It's actually 19.36
I'm rounding up. Don't try to get all technical with me.
I actually sat there and paused it. Pulled up the thing, wrote down the time. I was like,
oh,
some action movie. My ass. What the hell is this going on about?
Now, Getaway. Now, it's at the beginning of it started out, but it just like confused the hell out of you because you're like, well, now how in the hell did that happen? How did this? Where does he come from? And like they show him being a race car driver, but it was just not. It didn't explain itself.
That's one thing that irritates me about some of these movies is like they expect you to know like what some of these characters are, like what their background stories are, because you've seen that movie so many times. Here, just take that and put it onto this character. Yeah. It's the same damn story.
Yes, they're talking about on the news that video has flopped, or that movie has flopped, and it's not doing any real good. So,
you know what else? What other movie somewhat flopped and has Ron Perlman in it? You know what that is, boys?
What's that?
Pacific Rim.
Oh, don't get me on that.
Dude, I want to watch this movie so fucking bad, but I hadn't had a chance to go see it in theaters because I work third shift with Walmart, and it sucks, and I'm asleep all day, and I don't want to pay like $10 to see a movie when I can go to early bird showings and watch it for like $5. But this movie, oh my god, that movie looks so badass because you got giant mechs fighting against Godzilla-like creatures. What's not to like? And you know what it loses to? Grown-ups too. Pacific Rim about giant robots fighting Godzilla-like creatures loses to Adam Sandler and his buddies yucking it up.
I think the main reason that is because where Adam Sandler, David Spade, and them are such good comedians, everyone's like, oh hell, it's gonna be funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is though, is that the first Grown-Ups didn't really do all that well. So I'm thinking, what made Grown-Ups 2 so much better? And I figured out the reason why. You know the reason why? No Rob Schneider.
That's one thing. That's one thing actually got people turned away from Grown-Ups 1. Rob Schneider was in it.
That's the one thing I don't understand. Why people hating on Rob Schneider? Because him and Adam Sandler have been working together for years.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. I mean, they went to go see Big Daddy. They went to go see Billy Madison. They went to go see Little Nicky.
And 50 First Dates.
50 First Dates. People went to go see those movies. And they've all got Rob Schneider in it. But you know the reason why I think it is? Is because he was just a side character. He wasn't one of the main characters.
Yeah.
But still, that is no reason for Grown-Ups 2 to have beaten Pacific Rim in the box office within its first week. Because who here has seen the trailer for Pacific Rim?
I have.
It's awesome.
It looks so awesome. And here's the thing that I love the most about it. Is that where people are using the cheesy CGI and shit and all that to get everything to sort of look realistic. No, the director actually had props made to where the actors were actually in robotic mech suits in those cockpits. Those cockpits are actually real. They're actually moving around in actual cockpits behind a green screen. Now that takes a lot of effort in that making sure a movie does well. When people aren't using CG for every damn thing.
True. And to be honest, with a bunch of people around here, where they're big Gundam fans, I don't see why they didn't go see it.
Oh, don't get me started on Gundam, because if you look closely at it, it reminds me more of Evangelion more than anything.
True, but
it's just that instead of angels coming from the heavens, because apparently the hole that Gurren Lagann drilled through the heavens opened up the spaceway, apparently. And the angels were able to get through. Well, instead, these were actually creatures that just came from underneath the ocean. But still, same concept. Giant robots fighting creatures, saving the world. Same concept. But that's the thing, though, is that a lot of people just see that, and for some reason, it just doesn't interest them because they're wanting to see shit. It makes no sense.
Wait, weren't we at the hardware store earlier today?
Yeah, what?
Remember that drill we seen? That drill bit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I see that, as soon as I see anything drill resemblance, I always think Gurren Lagann. Especially whenever it's like, my drill will pierce through the heavens!
When he said that, I bet he hit the floor. Because I forgot all about that, and I was looking at the same thing bit that he was looking at, and he said, "Does that remind you of something?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "What?" I had to think for a minute, and he popped off Gurren Lagann, and I said, "Oh, God," and he yelled that. I was like, "Oh, God."
Speaking of Gurren Lagann, who thinks Kamina, you don't have to answer this, Cody, because I know you haven't seen it.
No,
Who thinks Cody is stupid for not seeing Gurren Lagann? Put your comments down in the comment box below.
Yes, please. I'd like to read them.
Yes, he would love to read your bullshit, talking shit about him. Who thinks Kamina is like one of the coolest characters ever?
I'd actually have to agree on that.
Because he's only, spoilers, he's only in the show for 8 episodes before he dies. And I'm not talking about those future episodes where they're in like dream sequences. No, he is technically alive for 8 episodes. And he made more of an impact in those 8 episodes than Simon did in the whole entirety of the show. Even though Simon did pilot a giant mech that was so big that it was throwing galaxies as its weapon. But I think it's mainly due to the fact that he had 2 of the coolest lines in that whole entire show. That was, "Don't believe in yourself, believe in me, the Kamina that believes in you." And one of the most badass lines ever, "Just who the hell do you think I am?" Now tell me that won't leave an impact on somebody.
To be honest, I think I yelled that before I get in a fight or something.
Who wouldn't yell that in a fight? Because you're getting ready to punch faces with people, and right before then, you just guys yell out, "Just who the hell do you think I am?"
Yes.
And don't tell me that if you sound intimidating enough, that they'll shit themselves.
Yes.
To be honest, man, back a year ago when I was working at the hospital, when I was working for security, I wish I could have yelled that so many times. So many times.
I bet you did.
I was biting my lip going,
I can picture that actually happening. Him just like biting his lip and getting ready to knock some sucker out. We can say that.
Okay, if I used there that night, I was doing that.
Yeah, it was pretty funny stuff.
Dude, if you want to bite your lip on making sure you don't say anything to people, work at Walmart, because, especially during third shift, because you're going to run into a lot of assholes.
And
Yes.
idiots and people going, "Oh, where's this at?" It'll be right there in their face.
Yes.
That's the one thing that irritates the living hell out of me, is that people just come at you and you've seen them before and they're asking you where this stuff is. I'm thinking, and this is what I'm thinking, I'm thinking like, you've been here before. I have seen you. How can you not know where that is when I showed you it 2 weeks ago? But of course, I gotta say, I was right down the hall, man.
Didn't you have a random person come up to you with a pair of panties one night and say, well, these look good on me?
Oh, I think I remember that. I remember that very well.
Yes, that does.
What, wasn't Cody there? And you sit there and say, well, ask him, he knows more about them than I do?
Yeah. Yep, I sure did. The only thing was that I could say whatever the hell I wanted because I wasn't on the clock yet.
Yeah, see, that's how he does it.
There we go.
That's how he rolls with it.
Alright, now, enough with Walmart and panties and dumbasses
And the weird people
and the weird people.
of the world.
Yeah, we're once be saying that.
Yeah, look at us. We're sitting here like the 70s
But-
show, sitting in a circle, sitting there talking about stuff.
I do feel for RJ because I actually worked in a IGA when I first started working in the grocery store. Yeah, I had to deal with a lot of that shit too.
Now let's talk about some other stuff. Like, what are some TV shows that some of us have been watching? Hold on. Alright, since I've talked and Cody's talked, Matt, what have you been watching? Or have you been watching anything?
Really, I've been watching much.
Good God.
I've been working a lot here lately.
Well, see how useful you are.
Well, I've wrapped up season 9 of Grey's Anatomy. Took me since April.
Now, for people who don't know, Cody, why don't you tell us what Grey's Anatomy is about?
Well, you know, people are like so judgmental. They think that it's a love story and it's all about this, you know, affairs in the hospital.
It's about people wanting to fuck that wear lab coats.
Yes. No, it's not.
Oh, you got it.
I got you.
Okay. It is like freaking graphic as hell. I mean, it will keep you on your seats, especially a couple episodes. I can't give it all away, but there is one episode that you'll just be glued and you'll be screaming at your TV, "Don't shoot!" Yes, it gets pretty bad. So, but other than that,
So apparently someone comes into the little hospital area and has a gun.
basically, and it's a
And you didn't want to ruin anything.
yes,
Well, good job.
yes, but it does not reveal which season though.
Okay.
It does not.
Since there are 9 seasons.
Yes, but if anybody wants to watch it, be prepared to be for a long time because it's a long series. But anyways, besides that, I've been trying to watch a new show called Nashville. It's about
Well, it's not really new.
Well,
It's new to him.
yes,
Yeah,
it's new to me. It's about these two country singers, Hayden Pantera and Connie Britton, which is was on Friday Night Lights, and of course the other one was from Heroes. So
Ooh, heroes!
yes, so they're dueling country music singers
Wait, who?
rivalry.
What character was she? Was she in Heroes, Cody?
A cheerleader.
Woo, cheerleaders!
Anyways, they pretty much are dueling it out, and it's all sorts of shit mixed in with it. A lot of drama, but it's a really good show. And also besides that, I've been watching New Girls. And
And I've been watching it too.
yes, people might get scared for the title and think it's a chick flick show. No, it ain't. It's pretty cool.
Just pretty much imagine Friends, but with 2 less girls.
Yes. So it's pretty interesting show. And then I've only caught up with one episode of the Mindy Project, which is something kind of on the lines of Grey's Anatomy mixed with all these other comedy shows. It's of course it's on Fox. So like I said, I've only caught on one episode. So RJ, what have you caught up on?
Let's see. Well, like I said, I've been watching New Girl as well, but I've only been watching the first season because it's up on Netflix. Oh, sidetrack. Here's a little segue. One thing that's cool about his story with Grey's Anatomy is that he actually had to purchase a Hulu account so he could watch season 9. And the day after he finished the 9th season is when that season went on Netflix.
Yes.
I laughed so hard at him because I'm thinking like, oh my god, you are so stupid. You should have waited.
Yes, now I have to put up with those freaking commercials, man. That sucks.
Oh, those commercials on Hulu.
You know what's
Yes.
funny?
What's that?
I was at my fiance's house, going through Netflix. I seen that.
Oh, by the way, Matt getting married, people.
Yes.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Won't be soon, but it'll probably sometime either next year or.
You better have a badass cake. At the
Oh, we will. We will. Trust me.
It has to have fireworks shooting out of it. Okay. Come on.
Then how the hell are we going to eat
Oh,
it
wedding cakes. I got to think about wedding cakes whenever Matt gets done with his story.
Yes. Me and RJ is going to design the cake. It's going to be awesome.
Actually, I know a guy at work that actually designs cakes.
Seriously. That's awesome.
He went to culinary school in college. It's
Let's
pretty
get his
cool.
butt then.
Okay, that's kind of weird considering you just said that and he's gay.
Oh, God.
then?
I shot myself in the
Burn! He Barney Fived himself. He shot himself in the foot.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
By the way, we don't have a problem with gays.
Nah.
No. No problem.
Anyway, Matt, your story?
But, to be honest, we'll probably want to have the whole thing in the backfield, knowing our luck, make it low cost. I'm still trying to figure out who I want as my best man. It's a 4-way draw right now.
Between who, Matt?
Between RJ, Cody, my buddy Brad, and my buddy Josh that works as EMTs.
Man, oh man.
Hopefully you'll know who the best one is. Wink, wink.
We should have like a competition. But then again, it would be...
Fist fights! Who the hell do you think I am, punk? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. My buddy Josh, he probably just sit on y'all and just... I win! But,
Shove my fist down his ass.
Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Oh! Trash talking now.
But, I'm actually thinking about picking one of y'all as my best man and have the rest of you as my groomsmen.
Alright.
Okay.
But I don't know what we're going to do for like the reception because we're thinking about having 2 separate ones.
One at Walmart.
Nah.
Like trash.
White trash wedding. Nah.
Yes, I can picture us having that at Walmart. That would be...
Oh, for people who don't know, we live in Kentucky. One of the most
Boring ass towns.
white trash states ever.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know.
So we gotta find. Yeah, he's got to spit because he's from Kentucky. He's a country folk that loves Spanish tobacco.
Down, down, down.
Oh no, the banjo's playing.
Speaking
Speaking of banjos, you remember that episode of Family Guy where it showed Kermit the Frog playing a banjo, a black guy rowing a canoe, saying like, "Where's the closest direction to town?" Yes, back the way you came. Brings out a shotgun, and just gets it pumped up.
I seen a little mug the other day. This guy came up to work with one and it said, "Run, I hear banjos."
Shit.
And to be honest, this guy was from Cincinnati.
God.
I looked at him. I was about to say, "Are you lost?"
Apparently.
That's craziness.
Now, you got any more stuff you want to talk about the wedding?
Not yet. We ain't fully got everything figured out yet.
Alright. Now, like I was saying, speaking of wedding cakes, I just got done playing a video game called Catherine. Who's heard of Catherine?
I have, and to be honest, the Xbox 360 version and the PS3 version is like totally different from each other.
Not really, it's just the cover art.
Well, the gameplay and the graphics.
Well, there's going to be like graphic differences between a 360 and a PS3. Cody, you heard about Catherine?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Alright, let me explain what Catherine is, guys.
Oh, yay.
Don't do that.
Okay.
That was my sound effects, okay?
No more. No more. No.
No more, okay.
Alright, so this is the story of Catherine. It follows a guy named Vincent who is pretty much down in the dumps with his life because his girlfriend Catherine, her name starts with a K, is pretty much just pretty much dogging on him about So my mother's been calling me, asking how we're doing, when if we're gonna get married and all that shit. Nah. And he's just drinking at the bar with his brohams, like I do with my brohams.
But we don't drink unless it's pop.
Not yet, because as soon as his bachelor party starts up, we're getting drunk as hell. Woo! Maybe. I don't know.
I'll probably get put in a dog box for that.
I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, and he's going on about how their relationship is going too fast and all that stuff. And after his buddies leave, he meets up with this one blonde girl whose name is also Catherine, but it starts with a C. But that's not what the main story of the main plot of the game is. The plot of the game is that Vincent is having like these nightmares where he is a sheep surrounded by these other sheep where you have to move blocks to climb up a tower of blocks to get through the nightmare, or else you'll die. And pretty much the whole premise of the story is that Vincent he cheats on Catherine with Catherine. I guess I'm saying it like that to confuse you all. He's sleeping with Catherine while cheating on Catherine with Catherine. And pretty much the whole adventure of your game is to figure out which one of the Catherines you want to be with. Me, I went with Catherine at the end, and they got married. And the Catherine I'm talking about is his girlfriend, Catherine, because anybody who cheats are just a bunch of scumbags.
Amen.
Right.
Well, that took Cody long enough to answer.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. We're posting a picture or something.
I don't care. Anyway, here's the thing I love about is that during the credit scenes, it actually has a picture of the cake. And what I love about it is that the cake is actually a block puzzle where it has sheep pulling on the block pieces and moving them. And I laughed my ass off when I saw that because they like, shit, that'd be one cool cake. All the blocks would be like different cake flavors with different icing flavors. It'd be so cool.
Like, this side chocolate, this side is vanilla.
This block's strawberry. And to fuck somebody over, we got tapioca flavored.
That'd be the one person you hate at your wedding.
Because you always got that one person who you cannot stand, but for some reason you have to bring them to their wedding for some strange reason.
I wonder, out of all of us, Tim included, well, maybe not Tim included, depends on how old you will be whenever he does get married. But whoever gets drunk and gets up on stage and reveals something on that at every wedding that always happens at the wedding reception.
Oh, trust me, that won't happen because I'm gonna have a couple of Mount Vernon State, the police's finest at the wedding.
I just was wondering if one of us
Taser's willing.
We'll see.
It'd probably be me getting my butt tasered because I probably don't want to get so wasted that I'll get up there and start saying that.
You'll get so wasted that the ink on your tattoos will just fade.
Oh, God.
That's just weird.
At least it'll look normal.
Oh! Yes, I have 8 tattoos I've done.
Why don't you tell us what your tattoos are, Cody?
Oh, God.
Don't you love these segues? Yes!
Oh, Lord.
Why don't you tell us what your tattoos are?
F these segues. Anyways, I've got a Rockcastle County Rockets logo, which is where we live, our sports team. I've got a Libra scale, which that's my zodiac sign. I've got a CD, which is my initials. I've got the number 7, like the Jack Daniels logo, but it's not for the Jack Daniels purpose. It's for the, like, my lucky number. And,
He's lying.
And, and then I've got the word red.
Why don't you tell us what the red is for, Cody?
Realize every dream.
And where
Taylor
that's
Swift.
from Taylor Swift.
Yes, I got the logo from Taylor Swift, so yes, but everybody thinks that I got it for Taylor Swift. But anyways, and I also got an Irish flag on my arm because I'm part Irish. So
He's also got some tattoos on his pecs.
yes,
Tell us what those are.
yes. I'm a big Cincinnati Bengals fan and a big Alabama fan, so roll tide and who day.
Oh yeah, Val is actually gonna get you something while she's down at Myrtle Beach.
Oh really? What's she gonna get me?
She texted me the other day and said that she found a Bengals 48, 22, and 42 flags.
Yeah, she did. She texted me about that too. That's awesome.
Oh, for people who don't know, Val's his fiance.
And honey, when you listen to this, I love you.
If she listens to it.
Oh, I wanna once we get all put up, I'm gonna send her the URL.
And he didn't do it.
We'll see. Anyway, enough of this romantic bullshit. Let's talk about some other stuff. Let's talk about some animes. Woo!
I'm kind of pissed off right now because we're getting close to the end of Bleach.
Oh, yeah, and for you guys that don't know, we love watching Japanese animes in English. Not because we don't like the Japanese voices or anything. It's just that we are all so dumb and slow that we cannot stand reading. We cannot stand reading subtitles.
Well, also, I have a reading disorder, so I have to freaking pause it and sit there and read it.
And it takes me forever to read. And let's not get started on Cody.
No. This is you guys' conversation because with me, I'm entry level to all this anime. I'm starting to...
Yeah, he is starting...
You and Val are right the same level.
Yes, so...
Because Val's just now getting into anime.
Yes, and I am...
And she didn't know Trigun. Or Trigun.
It's Trigun! God!
Now, I don't know...
Trigun. She did not know Trigun was anime until you put it up on your show.
Just like how your dad didn't know Trigun was anime.
That was funny because his jaw just went drop. I went, you didn't know that? He goes, no, I thought it was just a regular
cartoon.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, we are all guilty of assuming animes were cartoons when we were younger. Everybody's done it, and whoever tells you that, oh, I've been know that was anime since I was 2 years old, then you're a fucking liar.
Amen.
Right.
Because I'm assuming everybody thought Dragon Ball Z was just a normal cartoon.
I did too at first, and then once I got older and I actually realized it, I could have slapped myself.
Like, there were so many shows out there that... Sorry about that.
We got a caller.
We got a caller here. Sorry about that, folks. We had some technical difficulties, but it's all taken care of, except Cody has some business he had to take care of, so it's just going to be me and Matt for a little bit. Now, on back to the subject of animes. We're all guilty of knowing that we've watched animes and thinking that they were cartoons. I've got a big list. For example, like I said, Dragon Ball Z. You got Zoids.
Yeah, Zoids.
Medabots.
Oh. I'm okay.
We've had Medabots.
Let's see. Medabots.
And this one, case closed.
Yeah, that right there was a real brain fuck right there.
Oh man, I love case closed. Funimation, if you're listening to this, dub more case closed. For the love of God, dub some more case closed. Let's see. Gundams, of course. Because we bound to have seen at least one Gundam series when we were younger. Me, I know for a matter of fact, it's Gundam Wing. For all you Gundam people out there who think Gundam Wing is shit, fuck you, Gundam Wing was the bomb. Especially fucking Death Scythe! Death Scythe was the bomb!
I agree there. And the new Gundam that's out now, the Gundam, was it Gundam 00?
Well, it ain't newish, but it's
newer anime style.
Yeah, it's got like a it's got an updated style to it.
It's got a Zoids feel to it to me.
Really? Huh. I never would have thought that. But here's what I love. It's like I do research on stuff that I think would love to see get dubbed over here in the States. And one of the newer Gundam shows, Gundam Build, I thought that was just the weirdest shit ever. Because basically the concept of that one is that instead of you piloting giant Gundam mechs, you actually build your mech as a model and put it in like this little simulator thing and actually control it like a video game. I'm thinking like, okay, I'm willing to give this a chance. I'm willing to see how this is. It's confusing as hell, but I'll give it a shot. Let's see. Oh, and one other show that was so awesome that I thought was a cartoon, Ronin Warriors.
I'd actually agree there.
Ronin Warriors was the shit. And people who don't know what Ronin Warriors is, pause this podcast right now, get on your computer, and get on the interwebs, and look up Ronin Warriors, because that show was the shit.
That, or if you're on your mobile device right now watching this,
and
go into your Google search.
Unless you're driving, then for the love of God, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it, because especially if you're around here, we don't need no more wrecks. We don't need no big nasties for our EMTs.
And let's see.
Another one that me and my dad thought was a cartoon was InuYasha.
Oh, of course, InuYasha.
We used to sit up half the night just to watch it.
InuYasha scared the fuck out of me. Not because of InuYasha or all of them. It was Naruto. Naruto, back when he wore his baboon cape mask deal, like in the first season, that scared the living shit out of me. Because I remember watching that when I was like 8 years old. And I would just wake up in the middle of the night and see that shit. Because I have to have a TV on whenever I'm asleep. And I wake up in the middle of the night, see that, it freaked the living hell out of me. And people cannot tell me that Naruto dressed like that wasn't creepy shit.
I thought it was kind of cool.
Of course you would.
But I'm kind of twisted in my mindset.
Apparently. Now, let's see. Back to our original subject. You were talking about Bleach.
Yeah, it's really gonna piss me off whenever we finish the the dubbed version so far. You know, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be the end of it, but the manga still goes on.
The manga is still going on, which makes no sense because spoilers if people haven't been reading the manga. At one point, after they literally defeat the main bad guy, who has been the bad guy ever since the very
first episode.
The first episode and the first chapter, whenever they defeat him, they decided, oh, we're going to have this other bad guy come in, but we're not going to say the bad guy at first. But Ichigo, the main character, loses his powers, and pretty much these people are helping him gain him back. But, they're the bad guys. And out of nowhere, Rukia, the person that gave him his powers at the beginning, gave him powers again. And the last episode is just the Ichigo fighting this new bad guy who was stupid as hell. And that's after he defeats him, again, spoilers, that's when the anime ends. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm just thinking here, why is this over, but the manga is still going on, and it's got a really interesting arc in this?
Because that's the one thing that's pissing me off about it, because there's so many Bleach fans out there. There's people that go to Comic-Con dressed like a Ichigo, Rukia, Renji.
Just people in just pretty much. It's one of the big three, which consists of Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. It's gonna have a huge fan base.
Yeah, I was watching a video about Comic-Con the other day. About one of the, I think it was like last year's Comic-Con.
Oh yeah.
They was a whole group, kind of like us.
Mm-hmm.
They had Ichigo, Rukia, Chad, Uryu,
Or Hime.
Ohime, and
Renji.
Let's see, who else was they?
Well,
There's a guy
anyway.
dressed up for Kenpachi.
Sweet. Kenpachi's a fucking badass.
Even though the dude was shorter than you.
Are you? I'm like 5'5", by the way. And Kenpachi, he's like, what, 7 foot tall? He's a big motherfucker.
He's got to be tall because Ichigo's 6 foot. And he towers over Ichigo.
Yeah. Kenpachi's a big old motherfucker.
Well, what surprised me is whenever he got into Ichigo came into the Soul Society and he fought Kenpachi.
Yeah.
Now Kenpachi's got a permanent scar right through here where Ichigo cut him. That was a total mindfuck because Kenpachi Zaraki, the invincible Soul Reaper. Yeah.
Or for all the Japanese fans out there, Shinigami.
Yeah. When they say that again.
Yeah. But which one came first, Death Note or Bleach?
Bleach came out first.
Alright, well...
Because Bleach is on episode 56 whenever Death Note
Well, let's not talk about the anime. Let's talk about which one of the manga came out first. Because, let's see, Bleach has been going on for quite a while.
Yeah.
Let's just assume they both came out at the same time and just say fuck it.
Yeah.
Even though we're probably gonna get a bunch of shit on it in the comments.
It's alright, it's alright. If I piss anybody off, I'm sorry.
Like he always does.
Not really.
Alright, now, back to the matter at hand. I'm just sitting here thinking, why would you end it like this if there's still more of it still coming out? And the only way I can see that this happening is if they pull an InuYasha, the final act, where it's like one final season of a show, but it's not in the same show. It's a different show on its own, but it concludes what the previous show left off.
Yeah.
That's what I am hoping for, because I've been reading up on Bleach. I'm currently caught up with it. And right now, just the way the story is going on right now makes you think, oh, I would love to see this in anime form, but I don't know if I ever will since the anime is over.
But the one that's really pissed me off right now, but not that that's going to be ending, they're doing filler episodes.
Oh, yes, those lovely filler episodes of Bleach. Ones that take up whole seasons. Oh my god, how exciting!
To be honest, if I got the box set, I'll take those seasons out. So it's basically 2 seasons. Another with freaking filler episodes. I take them out and I set them away from the rest of it.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing though, is that some of the fillers, there's only one filler that I actually see where it could connect with the show, and that's just due to the fact that they actually use flashbacks from those filler episodes into the actual mainstream episodes, and that's the one that include the bounce.
Yeah.
Those are the only filler episodes I am okay with. But everything after that, oh my god, nobody cares. I want to see them fighting some fucking Iran cars. I don't want to see, like, 20-something episodes about, oh, I wonder what would happen if their Zonpak toes came to life. No, that was so stupid.
To be honest, man, I laughed at them episodes.
Those episodes were so stupid.
Because they're so stupid. I was like, what the fuck does this have any tinkling to them fighting the Iran cars?
Yes, because that's basically what the whole entirety of the manga is. It's like, after a specific chapter, the battle with the Iran cars, with the main villain, spanned for so many volumes. That was the entirety of the series for such a long time. And the only reason that they include fillers is just that so the manga will keep going on. But if you're gonna do that, why do you have to have such stupid story plots for those fillers?
To be honest, man, you know what I like to see?
What's that?
I see Bleach do something like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Stick right with the manga.
Oh, thank God for Brotherhood. Brotherhood is one of the best animes I have seen to date.
To be honest, it outdone the original Fullmetal
Of course
Alchemist.
outdid the original
Because
series.
it stuck with the manga. From detail to detail.
But, here's the thing though. In Fullmetal Alchemist, they knew that they weren't going to get caught up, that the manga wasn't going to be finished by that time. So they planned ahead and had an anime-only ending for it. So they planned it out. And Fullmetal Alchemist was fucking amazing. It was so good. That show came out in 2004, for God's sakes. It's been out for almost a decade. And it's still one of the best shows I have seen, period. But then, it's just that whenever the manga is finished, that's when they made Brotherhood, and it just blows it out of the water. Because the one thing I really like about it is, like, pretty much what Brotherhood is saying, you've had to watch the original series to get this, because it takes, like, the first 25 episodes, 20-something episodes of the original series, and packs them into 10 episodes to where they're assuming you watched the original series. If you didn't watch the original series, you're going to be lost as hell at certain points.
Really?
Because you're going to be so lost when certain characters show up and you're thinking like, when did that motherfucker show up? when was he a part of it? That's when you had to watch the original series. But after those 10 or so episodes, that's when it started flowing with the manga story, and God bless if it wasn't so entertaining as hell that you could not wait a full week to watch the next episode.
Hey, for we was going online whenever they was bringing it over here on Toonami. Me and you was going online watching the next episode.
Yes, I remember doing that specifically with the final episode of Death Note, because being you, back when Death Note came out, we were in high school and we thought that was the hypest shit ever.
I came to school fucking dressed like a Light Yagami.
And me, my favorite was L, because L was just so cool. Now, that final episode, I watched the last episode literally like an hour after the second to last came on, because I went on AdultSwim.com and they had it posted up, and I'm thinking like, oh, I gotta watch this. I want to see how this shit ends. And I'm sitting there, I'm at the edge of my seat, and I'm thinking like, awesome ending. That motherfucker got what he deserved.
And the funniest thing was, I didn't watch it yet. And we came to school that following Monday.
Oh, and
you didn't spoil it for me.
I didn't spoil it for you.
I sit there and I popped it off, and you was like, you were right.
Because if I had spoiled it for you, you would have hated me. If I had told you what happened in it, you would have hated my guts.
Remember, we got so into it, we wanted to make a live action.
Yeah, until we found out there was a live action of it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was funny. I remember I recorded the first little rough draft of mine.
Oh,
I actually made a freaking Death Note notebook.
Oh, boy. Oh, high school. I don't remember a damn thing about it. And I've only been out for 3 years.
I remember a little bit.
Now, let's see. Let's talk about some other animes. Like, well, there is one that is actually going to be coming... I'm sorry about that. There's actually one that is coming out on Blu-ray and DVD here pretty soon in English. And I was so happy to see that it's getting the English dub release, because I've got the manga of it, and it is so entertaining to watch. And I am talking about Btooom. Do you know anything about Btooom, Matt?
No.
I'll tell you what Btoom's about. Alright, so Btooom is basically this show where you got this main character who is obsessed with a particular video game called Btooom. Oh, I see what you did there, just putting the title of the series in the video game. And pretty much, imagine Halo, but instead of using guns, they use bombs. Like a different assortment of bombs. Like, they got like the standard, you throw a bomb, it acts like a grenade. You got timer bombs. You got bombs that have like little helicopters that sensor you and they'll follow you until they blow up in your face.
So it's basically kind of like a newer version of Bomberman.
Oh shit! Dude, that is so cool. That is so right. Oh, Bomberman, you are one awesome motherfucker. Okay, and pretty much what it is that this guy is like one of the biggest dicks you'll ever see, and he wakes up one morning hanging from a tree, wearing a parachute. He's just hanging up there. He's just wondering, what the hell happened? Oh, I'm not going drinking again. Not seriously. He's only like, I think he's only like 20. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. But anyway, he gets off this island. He finds out he's stranded in the middle of this island. But it turns out is that there are other people who happen to be on this island. And another thing is that they're trying to kill each other with an assortment of bombs.
Bomberman 2.0.
Now, pretty much the concept of it is that they select number of people have been selected through people who wish that they were dead. This government kind of like agency pretty much kidnaps them and throws us on this island and says, you've got a chance to survive. All you have to do is that you got this green crystal that acts like a tracking device. All you have to do is remove said crystal from seven players, including your own, have 7 crystals, and you can leave the island. Only catch is, you have to kill that person because that thing is attached through some sort of means to where if they're alive it can't be removed, but if they're dead where their pulse isn't pounding, it can be easily removed. And pretty much, they're living in the video game of Btooom, and pretty much the main character is trying to figure out how he can get off this island and survive while helping out a different assortment of other characters.
You
Now,
know what that puts me in mind of?
What that be?
Remember that one movie that we've all watched here recently? It's been a while back, though. Hunger Games.
Oh, shit.
That puts me in mind of it.
Oh, my God. Fuck Hunger Games. Yeah, all you fangirls can say, fuck you, RJ. No, fuck Hunger Games. That movie was boring as shit. It didn't become the Hunger Games until like an hour and something minutes into it. And I'm just sitting here. It was another drive for me. Sure, the action scenes were good, but it took too damn long for them to come up.
That's another movie that I didn't really pay attention to until it got to the action scenes.
Exactly, because it doesn't become the Hunger Games until an hour or so into it. And if you actually look, you can see that there's a whole lot of flaws in it.
Yep.
There are so many flaws in that movie. What I highly recommend, watch a certain movie called Battle Royale. That is just a Japanese version of Hunger Games that came out before Hunger Games. It looks so much better than Hunger Games because it actually looks realistic. And it's far more graphic.
It's far more graphic, and to be honest, I like it a heck of a lot better. Because you don't have that big old long prologue about the whole how this happens. It shows them getting right into it.
Exactly. Now, let's see. Other stuff to talk about. Now, for people who have seen my videos, I did an unboxing of Sword Art Online. All I can say is, that show is good.
That was your last episode too, wasn't it?
Well, it was just an unboxing. It wasn't my last review. Well, I've been working on a review. It's for another show I'll be getting into, but right now let's just talk about Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online just have been playing for the past few weeks on the Toonami block, and it's becoming one of the most hypest shows to watch on there.
To be honest, it's been getting a little bit more views than the rest of the anime that's on there.
Exactly, because it was one of them shows that just got so much hype built into it. And whenever I watch it, I've only seen the first 7 episodes of it because I just wanted to watch it dubbed. And whenever I found out it was getting dubbed, I'm thinking, see, I watched the first 5 episodes in Japanese with subtitles. And whenever I heard it was getting dubbed, I was thinking like, oh, I gotta stop this and gotta watch it in English. This is my biggest problem with it, though. It got way too much hype. It got too much hype. And it became a little disappointing to me. And here I am talking about a show that disappointed me while I'm spending $90 on a Blu-ray box set.
On the Blu-ray box set. That you're like, why did I waste the money? But it came with a lot of stuff.
It comes with a lot of cool shit. like it comes with these postcards. I got those motherfuckers hanging up on my wall right now.
Yeah, he's got them all in the individual picture frame.
Yeah, and it comes with cool art books and everything. And it comes with the soundtrack of it. Oh my god, that soundtrack is so amazing. It's done by Yuki Kadra, who did the music for the Dot Hack series. And Dot Hack is an amazing game. Not the animes. The animes are shit.
Coffee soda.
Oh, don't get me started on that one where it sounds like they're talking about snacks. Thanks, Giga. Now every time I hear that, that's what I always hear every time I listen to that song. Now, why did it get so much hype? That's a question I don't know. Sure, the animation is awesome. The animation is beautiful. That's the biggest reason I got it on Blu-ray. Is because it just looks so amazing on Blu-ray. Here is my biggest problem with it. It's got too many time skips. I mean, for God's sakes, one episode took the span of 10 months. Why? Why did it have to be 10 months long for one episode? Oh my god! Why? And here's another thing, though, is that Kirito, the main protagonist, all this shit goes his way for no damn reason. Because this is a series about these people stuck in a virtual world like in an MMO that can't get out. And you're forced to level yourself up to become strong enough to defeat the bosses and get out of the game alive. Now, I don't play MMOs. Do you play MMOs, Matt?
Every once in a while.
Now, is it better to be a solo player where you just go around just doing stuff and just improving yourself on your own? Or is it better to be in a team to where you all level up at the same time and where you don't get worse chance of dying?
I've always played alone, bro.
Okay, well you don't count then. Now,
the one time I did play with the group, I was the strongest one out of the group. So guess who got to go first in the battle?
well, yeah, of course, because you were the strongest.
Yeah, but I was wanting to my little team. I was wanting them to level up to meet me. And he's like, no, I'm like, yeah.
Now, here's the thing, though. Kirito is a solo player. Yet, for some reason, he's like the most powerful damn player in the whole game. How? How is it that he, being solo all the time, can become one of the strongest players in the whole game?
Well, that one episode, that Christmas episode.
Oh, don't get me started on that. That's the one I'm talking about that takes with the span of 10 months.
I know, but that's the one I'm talking about. If you listen to him talk about him, he went to this little archive place and learned how to level up faster than everybody else. Just by gaining knowledge.
Exactly. And I call that bullshit. Because there's nothing like that in actual MMOs. If you're going to base this on something like an MMO, stick with actual source material of an MMO. Now, sure, you gotta have where the main character is super cool and totally awesome. But if you really think about it, it says that Kirito spent like his childhood stuck in his room doing nothing but work on computers. It was a shut-in from society. Kirito's a fucking loser. Oh, and I can just hear all the hate messages. Like, oh, fuck you, RJ, saying Kirito's a loser. No, listen, he is a loser because he spent his whole entire, pretty much his whole childhood, because I think he's like, what, 14 whenever this shit starts?
I think so.
He's 14 when this shit starts. Which means his childhood is just barely really kicking off the ground. And he spent his whole, like, early childhood staying cooped up in his room, working on computers. Yeah, I call that person a loser. Because you have no friends whatsoever. You ain't doing shit. You're just playing on computers. Why don't you grow up and be a real man and collect a bunch of animes and stay in front of your television?
Well, that's kind of like me before we started hanging out, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think I done. I played on computers and played games.
Well, you had a good reason. Look at where you live. This dude lives out in the boonies. He couldn't go nowhere. This dude lives in the middle of a city. He could get on a bus and go to the mall, hang out with people, play video games out there. Not stay cooped up in his room. No. And yet, for some reason, he's this real big badass who apparently gets with all the girls. And let me ask you, how many online girl players do you know of? Like, how many hot chicks do you actually know of that actually sits in their room playing MMO games? Hardly none, is there? There is none in there. Yet for some reason, Kirito can pretty much say like, I'm super strong. You want to be fucked buddies? It's like, hell yeah! And I'm thinking like, fuck you! Because he is pretty much a magnet to vaginas. He can get any of the girls in there. Because, in all honesty, how many hot girls do you really think of that would actually play MMOs? There's none. The only girls that would play MMOs that I can think of are just like geek dudes that just sit in front of their computers. Not hot chicks. And this dude's attracting all of them. I mean, I know you're supposed to make your protagonist into somebody that you could relate yourself with. But good God, who is relating with Kirito? Nobody.
But the one thing you gotta think, a person like that spends nothing but their time on a computer and playing MMOs and everything, they know how to create their character.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, though, is that the whole character creation shit, it goes out of the window when they get that mirror device at the end of episode 1, and it makes them look like themselves. That's when you see a whole bunch of dudes out there who pretend to be chicks. I'm saying, like, okay, if I was one of those dudes that was hanging out with this chick, and he turned into a guy, I'd be so pissed off.
I would look and be like,
I'd be like,
Jim, is that you?
oh my god! No!
Oh, it's Jimmy, run! If I was playing MMO that done that, to be honest, if I seen a girl do that on there, my character be running so freaking far away, I make my character commit suicide. Which, in Sword Art Online, you can't do that.
Because if you do that, you're going to actually die.
Yeah.
But I just love the whole concept about how, like I was saying, Giguk, he actually did a thing where he's saying, like, hot guys become fat geeks, hot chicks become fat geeks become fat geeks, and 10-year-old girls become FBI agents. I love that concept so much because it is true. It is so true. But like I said, I've only seen the first 7 episodes. I can't be really judging it so far, but all I can say is, why is Kirito so strong? When he's a solo player, why is he so cool? There ain't no reason for him to be this awesome. Because he plays by himself. That came out wrong. Okay, now...
Dirty moment.
Well, alright, let's get back. Let's get to like another subject. Let's see. What are some other shows that are coming out? Oh! That just reminded me. When we were talking about Ronin Warriors. On how it used to belong to Bandai. And that whole topic about where Bandai titles are being bought out by Funimation and Sentai. Thank you all so very much. Because there are a lot of these shows that I never had a chance to get. And then you're going to be re-releasing them. Especially you, Funimation, releasing some of them on Blu-ray. Like one particular show. Code Geass. Thank you, Funimation. Oh. You are a godsend. Because Code Geass on Blu-ray... Oh my god. Oh man, I'm just sitting here thinking of that and having nerdgasms.
Nerdgasm, I think you just creamed yourself.
Well, that's pretty much what it is. Because that was another show that me and Matt were really into. Because as soon as it came out, we're thinking like, fuck that Death Note shit. Code Geass all the way. And my favorite thing about Code Geass, it has my 2 favorite male voice actors in it. You've got Johnny Youngbosh, the fucking Black Power Ranger, all the way back from Mighty Morphin, for God's sakes, and Yuri Lowenthal. Oh my god! And they got him as like the 2 leading characters. Oh man! Oh man, that's the shit right there. Oh man! And the thing is, though, is that it is a really well done, smart show because it takes like this wartime and actually using like all these different methods throughout playing it.
And to be honest, the way Lelouch does everything, it's like a chess game to him.
And because anyone who ever seen Code Geass, in the first battle he's in, he actually has a chessboard set up and is actually moving the pieces and everything as if he was actually playing a game of chess, which was so cool.
And he was in a mech suit.
And he didn't know a damn thing that was going on because he didn't have like a video monitor. He was just going off instinct. That shows how smart Lelouch really is. He is one smart motherfucker.
All except towards the end of the 2nd season. I know you ain't watched it.
I ain't seen season 2 yet, and I'm ashamed of myself of saying this, but don't you spoil a damn thing.
I'm not. I'm just going to say towards the end of the 2nd season, it just goes over his head.
And all I can say is Code Geass Blu-ray, Funimation, good job. Oh, another good thing about Funimation released out on Blu-ray, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh man, whoever has seen Cowboy Bebop will undeniably tell you that it is one of the best shows ever created. Especially that dubcast. Oh my god, that dubcast. It was so perfect. Especially having Steve Bloom voicing Spike was just the absolute most perfect move ever thought up of. And this is back when they were having such a hard time dubbing this stuff. Because some of the early dub releases that we got of certain shows were total shit.
I agree. Hey, far you see, like some of the old dubs we used to watch.
Like, yeah, if you can think of any.
I can't think of any right now, but I remember watching them and seeing their mouth move for so long before anything started coming out. Whenever he done that, he done it perfect.
In Spike, he just had that voice, and he had that dude right there had so much swag before swag became cool.
I agree.
And he had the smoothest... That animation style was so smooth, especially fighting martial arts style, because, like he says, it's like flowing water. And I can only imagine what that would look like on Blu-ray, because that's going to be so crisp. It's going to be so crisp and clear, I cannot wait.
Neither
It's
can
going to
I.
be so awesome. Let's see. But the one sad thing is, though, is that Sentai or Funimation still have not gotten a hold of Ronin Warriors. For the love of God, one of you two, please get Ronin Warriors. Get Ronin Warriors. Funimation, you get Ronin Warriors and set that shit in Blu-ray. Because, oh my God, that would be so cool. Hey everybody, look who just came back. It's Cody. Yay! Yay! Alright, now the gang's back together. Now, let's talk about more shit.
Yes.
Alright.
Shall we?
Alright, now, one thing, we were talking about video games earlier, but one thing we forgot to mention is, like, what have we've been playing here recently? Cody, have you been playing anything recently?
I've been playing Persona 4.
How's that going?
Oh, it's going good, man. It's pretty cool. Good game.
Oh man, Persona 4 is the bomb.
Yes, it's really, really interesting.
Like, here's the one thing I love about his profile is that in the beginning of the game where you input the name of your character, it says right there last name, and then you type in your first name. This dude right here didn't read that. It just put Cody the board, and the thing reads the board Cody. I'm like, dude, learn to read.
Hey, man, I just did what I wanted to there. I just want to customize it my own self.
He pulled a sigh there.
Yeah.
No, don't you bring up no Duck Dynasty shit. Now, Matt, what have you been playing?
Here recently I've been playing Prototype 2, Dark Sector, and Injustice.
Sweet. Now, which one have you been playing the most of?
Let's see, I beat Prototype 2. I beat Injustice back when it came out.
Of course.
And
I know I was there.
And I've been playing Dark Sector, which Dark Sector right now, not that many people liked it when it came out because it came out at the same time Halo.
No, it wasn't.
not
It
Halo.
wasn't Halo. It came out the same exact time as Grand Theft Auto 4. That's why it did not get as much hype as it should have deserved, because I've played Dark Sector. Have you played Dark Sector, Cody?
No, I have not.
You need to play more games, son. Oh my God.
Well, somebody needs to buy me a PS3.
Well, shit. But anyway, it is such a very well crafted game.
It's got great 3D modeling, and everything in it is usually either interactive. Heck, for you throw a freaking thing.
It's like a Glade like thing from that one old ass movie that I can't remember the name of.
Like you throw that, you can slice people's heads off. You can sit there and chop off their legs. Like right now, I'm like 48% away in the game.
And I've played it, and it is so much fun because if you don't feel like hanging people up, you just go back to regular shooting with guns. But like we said, it did not get as much hype. But if you do happen to find it, get it, because it's not very expensive. Like it's like
I got it for $2.
$2
At GameStop.
Yeah, it's a very good game, and the biggest reason why it didn't get so high was because I just want to play as just out of country gangster and screw hookers and shoot people in faces for money. Woohoo!
I learned the cheat code so I can't get arrested.
Yeah.
But
Now,
What about you? What have you been playing?
because I am waiting for a particular game coming out next month, named Pokemon X. It's gonna be so hype. I've been playing my 3DS and I've been playing Fire Emblem Awakening, and my God, I'm going through like my 4th playthrough of it right now because it is so much fun. Now, have any of you guys ever played any of the Fire Emblem games?
No.
No.
Okay, here's the premise of Fire Emblem. It is a tactical strategy role-playing game to where you have to think out your moves like 5 steps. It's like playing chess, like in that other thing we were talking about earlier that revolved around chess, where you have to make sure that your characters don't die, because it's got set up in the game to where if your units die, they die for real in the game, and you cannot bring them back. So you have to think very cautiously and strategically on how you can make sure all your characters stay alive. And it makes you, and if they die, you feel that because it was your fault that they die. But of course, I ain't never played any Fire Emblem games beforehand, but the thing I like about Awakening is that it's actually got a mode to where if they do die, it's just that, oh, they got injured real bad and they're out of commission for that battle and they'll come back next week or something, well, whatever. So
they got stuck in the infirmary.
Yeah, that to where if they die, they do not technically die. They'll still be in there, which I really enjoy because one of the cool things about it is that you can actually get your character hooked up. And the cool thing is, though, is that halfway into the game, depending on what characters you get to marry one another, their future kids will come from the future to that past, which is the present, to help out their parents to prevent that shitty future. And depending on who you get hooked up, see, the female characters, they're going to have the same kid no matter what. But depending on who you get as the father will change. Well, the only thing it will change is hair color.
And eyes.
And eyes. Not really. The only thing you notice is that it's just hair color difference. Because I remember 2 characters where I got together in my first playthrough, and the kid had green hair, and then in my second playthrough I put them together with a different pair and she had brown hair. So, but another cool thing is, though, is that you can actually have them pair up with one another, and they have like their own little conversations with one another depending on how much they fight with each other, fight together.
Right.
And some of them skits are pretty good. Like, there are some that are funny, and there are some that are like really heart-wrenching, because especially if you're having like the kids talking with their parents, because in the future their parents are dead, and they're pretty much going on about like how they're trying to spend this time with them because they didn't get to in their time, and some of the stories that they have are just really sad. It's awesome.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. But aside from that, I haven't really been playing anything except Catherine, which I just beat here just a few days ago. And pretty much there's nothing I'm really playing right now except for Fire Emblem. But as soon as that Pokemon comes out, oh my god, I'm so hyped because of the news and shit. Like, here's the cool thing though. How many here has played Pokemon?
Here, yep.
So all of us have played Pokemon, correct?
Correct. All forms of them.
Okay, now, what was the very first Pokemon game you all ever played?
You probably guess that name. I'll say it.
Okay, what did you play?
Pokemon Stadium for Nintendo 64.
That was the first one you played?
Yeah.
You didn't play the handhelds first? Oh my god! Did you play any handhelds?
Yep.
Which ones?
Gold and platinum for.
Okay. It's gold and silver because platinum came out in Generation 4. But please tell me you played blue and red. Oh dear God.
The red one was mine, first one.
Yes, blue was mine, son.
So, rivalry.
Yeah.
Yeah, big rivalry.
But here's the cool thing.
Yeah.
Shut up. But here's the cool.
I'll vibrate for a minute.
Now here's the cool thing about this new game is the fact that not only do you get your starter Pokemon for this generation, which consists of Chaspin, Fennekin, and Froakie. Sorry if I don't pronounce any of them right. Where Chaspin is the grass and the hell?
It just popped in my head.
I don't care.
Yes, he gets little voices.
But Chaspin is actually a little mammal grass type Pokemon that looks like a combination of a porcupine and a chipmunk. Where Fennekin is a fire fox, but it ain't like Vulpix. And Froakie, if you can't guess from the name, is a frog, and it's water.
Really?
But the cool thing is, though, is that not only do you get those, but you also get a second starter.
Okay.
And the second starter is from Gen 1. So you get to also choose to have Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle.
Squirtle. Awesome. So which one did you choose?
I always chose Squirtle.
Really? That's very interesting.
Which one did you pick?
Charizard.
Charmander.
Yeah,
Charizard is his final
I know.
form. You choose Charmander.
Yes. Charmander.
Okay.
My bad.
Which means I would always whoop you because water beats fire, son.
But man, me and RJ's always had a rivalry against us stuff, man. It's always been a rival between us.
And I always win, son. Yeah.
Except for the go-karts.
Whatever. Mine was rigged.
Hey, we got to do that game between three of us, see who actually wins.
Uh-huh.
Yes, we gotta go do that.
But here's the other cool thing is that if you get the game within the first few months, actually, like the first couple of months, you actually get a special Torchic from Generation 3.
Really?
That comes with a special item. Now, these two don't look up any Pokemon news, so I'm going to slap some news on both of them.
Okay.
The cool thing is, though, is that this thing will allow Torchic to Mega Evolve.
Are you talking about that one stone thing?
Now, it's called... What the thing that it carries is called Blazikenite. And it has to be holding on to this item where it can Mega Evolve from Blaziken to Mega Blaziken.
Awesome.
Now, see, there are a few Pokemon that have been confirmed to Mega Evolve so far. That's Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, Kangaskhan, Mewtwo, Ampharos, Blaziken, of course. Let's see, Mawile. Let's see, Lucario, and Absol. Now, the cool thing is, though, is that these give the Pokemon new abilities as well. But the coolest thing is, though, is that you have to have a special device in order for them to Mega Evolve. And in the latest trailer, if you look really closely, it looks like a freaking Digivice. Because, no joke, it's a thing that you wear on your wrist, and you have to have a stone in it, and no joke, you look like you're doing freaking Power Ranger poses while you're activating the stone in your thing, in your little wrist bracelet deal, and it activates the stone they're holding to allow them to Mega Evolve. As soon as I saw that trailer, I was like, they did it! They combined Pokemon with Digimon!
Woo!
And I'm thinking, oh my god, really? I mean, sure I wasn't going to say anything because, oh, Mega Evolution, people were already comparing it. But after that trailer where they're using a freaking Digivice, I'm thinking they done it. They finally went there. Yes,
They finally mixed the two.
They finally mixed the two.
Which is gonna fuck you.
Well, that's what a lot of people are saying, but I think it's pretty hype shit. Because no matter what, you cannot deny that Power Ranger poses aren't the shit.
Sure.
Yep. Agree too. Agree.
Oh.
Now, Cody brought up an interesting point about Persona 4 earlier. Now, one thing that's pretty cool is that there is another version of Persona 4, Persona 4 Golden. And I want to play that so much because I love Persona 4. I freaking love it. But the sad thing is, it's on a Vita.
Oh,
It sucks.
that stinks.
But it's been recently announced on a day or two ago that over in Japan they're actually going to be releasing a new version of the Vita where pretty much it's the same concept as like they did with the PSPs, where the first ones were those real fat ugly ones,
I still have one that still works perfectly.
even though you got big old crack in it.
Yeah, from skateboarding.
Yeah, I remember that day.
I think it's like I think I got a concussion or something.
I don't know.
Rainbow
But-
Grill.
Yep. But it pretty much does the same concept where they actually make a lighter, thinner one to where they upgrade the screen quality.
Well, what the odd thing is, like you see all these thinner ones, and compared to the old ones, the thinner ones they get more glitches. They get a lot more stuff done to them because they're thinner and lighter.
Well, it's just due to the fact that some people don't take care of them.
I've been brutal with mine, and it's still working fine. You know, you hit my charger now.
But see, the reason yours is fine is because it's got that thick layer of plastic over it.
Yeah, man.
But that's not the thing that's so cool. What's cool is that there's actually going to be a little handheld console called the PS Vita TV, where it will allow you to connect your Vita through HDMI cables to your television, where you can actually play Vita games on your TV.
Sweet.
As soon as I heard that, I was saying like, "Oh shit, this is so cool! I can play Persona 4 Golden on the television." Yeah. And here's the thing that really gets me, is that the new slim PS Vitas are pretty much going to retail at around $200 US. Now, thinking of that, what would you expect the PS Vita TV to cost? Now,
About $500.
Jesus. I've already told you, Matt, so I'm not going to ask you.
Even though I was going to pop off even higher than what you done told me.
Whatever. But it's actually going to run up to $100.
Wow, I was off by.
Yeah, you were way off.
But you got to think though. I mean, you got all this new technology coming out. $500, $600 is the reasonable price now for things. You know.
Well, yeah, but that's for like the new consoles that are coming out, like the Xbox One and PS4.
I'm glad that they are making it affordable for people. That's a positive.
Well, listen to this, Cody. You can turn any TV into a smart TV by buying one thing.
What's that?
It's an HDMI adapter. It turns your TV into an Android device.
Well, that is awesome.
It's only $100.
I need to look into that. That's pretty
Right,
cool. Right?
Yeah.
Wow. We just got a different commercial, but cool.
But here's the one drawback to the PS Vita TV is that the games that require the touchscreen device in it, you can't play those.
Yeah.
But of course,
You can play...
But you can still play, like, the regular Vita games, which there aren't really that many outs that really interest me besides Persona 4 Golden and maybe Assassin's Creed Liberation. But that's mainly just due to the fact that it's just a side story of 3, and 3 is awesome. Now, I don't know about any other Vita games that are going to be coming out, but the other cool thing is that you can also download PSP games as well as PlayStation 1 games onto the hard drive as well. And it also activates as a streaming media device, such as you can watch Hulu and Netflix and stuff on that. But the real kicker is, it's the size of it is like the palm of your hand.
Wow.
It is that small.
That's what
And it can,
external hard drive is 500 gig.
And it can do all that crap.
Wow.
Get a external hard drive with the put emulators on. There you go.
Well, some people actually want to own the actual stuff, aka me. Like, I don't do the whole emulator things. If I want to play like Game Boy Advance games, I'm not going to put a emulator on my PSP. I want to go out and buy Game Boy so I can play the Game Boy games.
That's how I played a bunch of Game Boy games. I had an emulator for Game Boy, played them on my computer.
Oh, really?
That's how I played Pokemon.
Alright. What other news is out there? What about... Oh, what about some upcoming movies that are going to be coming out? Because there is one that I have read about a few months back that confused the living hell out of me.
What's that?
Which one is it?
They are making a Stretch Armstrong movie.
Yeah.
Now, anybody who actually remembers Stretch Armstrong, they would know that that thing was pretty freaking cool. Because it was just this dude that you could play with where his arms could just stretch out like no end, like freaking Mr. Fantastic from Fantastic Four. And pretty much his whole body was made up of like corn syrup and starch. What? Is that what it was?
It was cornstarch.
It was cornstarch. And I'm saying, this is a cool toy because, me, I didn't have the official Stretch Armstrong. I had a Raphael Ninja Turtle one back when they were making Ninja Turtles into everything.
Yeah.
But the real kicker about it is the fact that the person I hear rumors is going to be playing him is Taylor Lautner.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. The freaking werewolf from Twilight is going to be Stretch Armstrong.
And once you take his shirt off every 5 minutes of screen time.
Because it's in his contract, a.k.a. Watch Vampire Sucks, and you'll get the reference.
I got that on now.
Yeah. Spritzing himself with the water bottles. That way you get that glistening glow.
And he sprays himself with bot too, don't forget that.
Well, whatever. Now.
But the weird thing is, I had a Stretch Armstrong toy when I was little. And I used to ride the bus. I tied a string to him and threw him at the window.
Oh, wow.
I think everybody's tried that once in their life.
I never did that. I never brought a toy with me because I followed the rules, guys.
Oh, come on now. Really?
The only time I didn't follow the rules...
So you didn't.
Shut up. The only time I never followed the rules was whenever our school had that real big ban about Yu-Gi-Oh cards back in middle school.
So you broke the rule anyway.
But that was just due to the fact that I wanted to trade cards with
So you
people.
gotta apologize because you just said you did.
Yeah, but I never brought toys. Cards were just little pieces of cardboard.
Cool. Good point.
Now, that doesn't really count. Although I did steal toys from people.
What?
Yeah, I stole toys.
You convict.
I can't help it. Well, here's the thing, though. Don't leave your locker wide open. Show with toys in there.
Now, all the kids that's got missing toys back when they was in class with it.
That was me. I stole your toys.
Now you just run through childhood. Thanks, man. You just
Whatever.
robbed it.
Whatever. It's not like I'm gonna meet him again.
You may never know.
I don't know.
They
They might walk into Walmart.
and requesting their toy
Oh,
back.
I'm like, well, screw you, fucker. Now, here's another thing I do not understand how they can make, like, movies. Like, we've seen, I'm pretty sure all of us have seen Avatar. Not the Last Airbender, but the one with the blue mice. Not mice, blue cat people. Yeah, those avatars. You've seen that, haven't you, Cody?
Yes.
You've seen,
Me and you watched it twice.
and I don't know how, but that movie is getting not, from what I hear, not one, but 2 sequels.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm thinking, how can this movie get sequels? Any of you guys know?
No,
Nope.
not really.
No, because it's just the way it ends. It just shows him becoming. It just shows the main dude becoming one of them. It's like, okay, is that okay? That's completely sequel worthy. Yeah, make a sequel of that. I'm like, no, how is it gonna be a sequel to that?
The only way I can see a sequel to it is if it left with a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But it didn't live with no cliffhanger. It just pretty much all it done was that it took his spiritual essence bullshit from his human body and put it into the avatar of the cat thing that he was controlling throughout the entirety of the movie. And then the final scene was just him opening his eyes and like boom, credits, end the movie, game over.
And just the funny thing is that avatar he was using was from his twin brother.
Exactly. And I don't even know how I got through that movie, because that movie, for all you Avatar fans out there, that movie was boring as hell.
You're gonna get hate mail now.
I don't care. That movie was boring. Like, I fell asleep like 5 times through the damn thing.
I had to wake you up at the end the second time we watched it.
It was like, huh? Is it over? Did they bone each other with their ponytails?
I didn't get that.
Yeah, because if you pay close enough attention to it, their ponytails are used as like their sexual organs.
And yet,
but then if you think about it as well, they also use their ponytails to communicate with the creatures. So if you really think about it,
it's bestiality.
It's promoting bestiality. So thanks, James Cameron. You went from making Titanic, one of the most beautiful love stories out there, to bestiality blue cat people. Congratulations.
Well, it wouldn't be bestiality then.
Yeah, but remember, the dude...
Sully was a human in it, but... Oh, okay, I get it now. I get it.
There you go. Doesn't matter. He was still human. He was enjoying it too. You could see that look in his face when he was flying around with that one thing in the air.
That one like pterodactyl thing.
Yeah, you saw it join his eyes. Like, right on it.
Since he linked up to him, whoa!
I was like, oh, I've never felt this before. Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, Jesus, why is this movie so popular? Now, if we also want to talk about bad movies, speaking of Avatar, Last Airbender.
Never watched it.
Don't watch it.
Never watched it either.
Don't watch it. It was so terrible. I mean, my God. I'm pretty sure all of us has at least seen the Nickelodeon cartoon.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we cannot deny that it is so well done.
Yes.
It is one of the most critically acclaimed television series of all time because of its deep storytelling, its character development, and the animation was so good to where apparently people were was saying, "Oh, this is the anime." No, I'm just gonna say this, people. I love anime. I love Avatar, but Avatar: The Last Airbender is not an anime. Get that through your heads. It is not an anime. And watch the hate mail come in.
The one thing I liked is how Aang's old friends back when he was younger, or they're older now.
I think he only has one friend. That was Boomy.
Two.
Who's the other one?
He had Boomy and
because Appa don't count.
I know Appa don't count, but
okay.
Let's see, what's his name?
I don't know.
He was
Well, if you think about it, well, you can.
I probably won't think of it.
Well, okay, but anybody who ever watched the cartoon and then went to watch this movie, part of them died inside because I was dying throughout every minute of it. Because here's the thing, though: if you look at the cartoon, you can see that Katara and Sokka they're pretty much saying like, oh, these people are based off of like Eskimos. And that is smart because they're living pretty much out in the ice fields like Eskimos do. The movie, they're freaking white! Why are these Eskimos white?
It beats me. But what the funny thing is about Avatar, the way they move, the way they bend water, earth, air, and fire is actual fighting styles.
Exactly. It's actually based off of actual Chinese martial arts. Oh, but the bending that they do in this one, it just looks like they're air punching and kicking. I was like, you stupid. You know, I'll say this. Whenever I did see the first teaser trailer of Last Airbender, I actually was hyped because it did look pretty cool. Then I saw it, I'm like, I would rather watch the teaser trailer where Aang is just airbending, pretty much delighting all the candles in the temple that he's in, for like 100 times in a row to watch that movie again. I'm like, wow. And another thing, they mess up the voices, not the voices, but the names so bad. Like, Aang is Ung in that movie. I'm like, Ung? What the hell?
True Southern accent right there. What the hell?
And Sokka was Soka. I'm like, Soka.
She's gonna soak you up. She's a waterbender.
That's Katara. She's the waterbender.
Oh, yeah.
And here was the thing that really, that literally almost made me walk out of the movie theater. Was like Earthbenders. They are so powerful because they can control pretty much the entirety of the Earth itself. You've seen Earthbenders who can create like mini mountains with just the kick of their foot. You can have it showed in the last few episodes of season 2 where like 5 Earthbenders can topple over a tank. 5 Earthbenders in The Last Airbender just stomping the ground moving a little tiny boulder. I'm like, really?
now?
Really now?
You bet you was like, what the heck are they doing?
They're just like, I'm like,
grunt, moan, bitch, whine.
exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
My God. And here's the thing, the real kicker about the whole thing. Is that whenever it showed that episode to where it actually had Earthbenders in a prison, it actually had them out in the middle of water on a boat made of steel to where they had no earth to bend. In the movie, however, they're surrounded by Earth. Pretty much like the Fire Nation is telling them, hey, we're gonna walk up in here, but make sure you don't earthbend, okay? It's like, okay, boss, we want to do no earthbending. Like, you were stupid! So thank you, M. Night Shyamalan. Thank you for making that horrible movie.
He makes a bunch of horrible movies.
Ever since, a lot of people, where would you think his horrible movies started happening? Because apparently, from what I heard, Sixth Sense is really good. I haven't watched it.
Sixth Sense really good, but the M. Night Shyamalan's The Village, that's where everything went downhill for him.
It shocks me that people were saying, like, this is going to be the next Spielberg. I'm like,
yeah.
Uh-huh.
What a twist!
Yeah. There we go. That was his twist. He's going like, I'm going to trick these people thinking I'm going to be the next Spielberg. And then, twist, I'm going to be shit.
Exactly.
Robot Chicken reference. What a twist!
There we go. Okay. Now, let's see. We have talked about video games. We talked about movies. We talked about television shows. And we've talked about some animes. What else is there to possibly talk about?
What's in everybody's iPods right now? What is in you guys' iPod? What are y'all listening to now, as far as music-wise?
So you want to talk about music?
Yes.
Okay.
Or CDs. Or whatever.
I don't collect CDs no more.
Good. But what is in everybody's iPod?
Well, I'm assuming you have a bunch of Selena Gomez and Taylor Swifts.
Yes, but I also own other CDs. But go ahead.
Alright, Matt, what do you listen to, music-wise?
Basically anything. Except for classical music and like down-home gospel.
Okay.
That's the one thing that ain't country about me.
I can listen to anything too, as well.
Me, I just got a lot of, like, anime openings and a bunch of Hatsune Miku. My girl, go Miku!
Yes. And I recently purchased the new Selena Gomez album, Stars Dance. And I have to give a review on it. It is, well, it's worth getting because it's got a lot of unique sounds to it, and it doesn't sound like, you know, traditional pop music. It goes from varieties of hip-hop to, you know, just about any kind of music style. She adds a lot of around the world music inside of her music. So it's really interesting.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Now, from what I can understand right now is that we pretty much do not have anything else to talk about, do we?
No.
Alright. Well, that's it, guys. That's our first episode. What did everybody think?
It was awesome.
It's pretty good, and it's almost 2 hours long.
Yeah.
It might be exactly 2 hours long once we get it all done.
Probably not. There's going to be some editing that has to be done.
Yes.
Now, for people who will actually listen to us bullshit about, you can actually send us questions, and if you do, we will answer them.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will. We will answer your questions if you listen to us.
Hey, just please, do not ask no stupid questions like, what kind you did? What do you do?
Ask us anything about anything. Just,
and if we don't know anything about it, we'll look it up.
Yeah, there we go.
And we'll give you our opinion on it.
Now, where can they send these questions to, guys? Do you know? Do you know?
No.
Alright, if you want to send us questions, send it to our email at bestfriendstalkshitcast@gmail.com. Now, apparently everybody thinks that we can understand each other. I'll just say it again. It's bestfriendstalkshitcast@gmail.com. All one word. Alright, guys, and I think that just about does it. Do we have any final words to say?
Be kind to everyone.
Be kind to everyone. And also, never tip the guy that pumps your gas.
Don't piss people off. Alright, this has been RJ, aka DK the Dub King of Dub Appreciations, and check out my channel for some upcoming anime reviews, Cody.
And come back and check out some of my adventures and some of my Zodiac stuff.
Matt?
Well, I'll have a channel up here soon, and be music videos. Just let me know what you think of them.
Unless you're watching this in the future, and he may already have it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, guys, and I think that does it for us. Alright, and until next time, catch more podcasts later in the future. Bye.